Gauteng police today arresting a 56-year-old man. They seized 20 million rands worth of cocaine from a plot in Blue Hills in Midrand. Police acted on a tip-off that led them to the property. The drugs were allegedly brought into South Africa from a neighbouring country. They were intended for distribution in Cape Town. The suspect is believed to be the owner of the property. He's been arrested. He's expected to appear in the Midrand Magistrates Court this week on a possible charge of drugs possession as well as dealing in drugs. Zola Sholwana joins me now in the studio with more on this. Zola, good afternoon to you. Cocaine busts are one thing. 20 million rands worth of cocaine. This is a significant amount.
Well, yes, indeed, Stephen. But you'd understand that, since last year, police have been working tirelessly and, receiving tip-offs, especially when it comes to farm areas where one wouldn't expect that such activity is taking place. So this time, the estimated street cost of these drugs is about 20 million rand. But we do know that in Fourways last year, there was an operation where they seized drugs that were estimated at a street value of about 300 million rands. Now, police are saying that, following these tip-offs and, in some areas, in warehouses that are in the outskirts, they've actually gotten to realize that it is quite important for them to do, random checks at those kind of areas, because it is believed that they sometimes, store them there and also have some sort of, drug lab. But let's take a listen at what, police spokesperson Brigadier Atlenda Mate said earlier on.
Following up on intelligence-driven information that there are illegal activities on this plot that is behind us. So we obtained a search warrant and indeed roped in our crime intelligence unit, organized crime, our K9 unit. And indeed, they conducted the search and found cocaine weighing 80 kilograms, which is worth more than 20 million worth of street value. We have arrested the owner of the plot and possibly charging him with being in possession of drugs as well as dealing in drugs and so on. So he is in custody. We are conducting further investigations to determine the origin of the drugs, the route it took, because for now we are told that these drugs may be coming in from Mozambique. So we need to check, how did they come in? Were they brought in with a bus or with a truck? What route did they take? And who is also working with this particular suspect?
Mm-hmm. And Zola, 20 million rands worth of cocaine, I think intent to distribute is there if the prosecution wants to go that way. But clearly this is all linked to other chains and other investigations.
Mm-hmm. Of course, police at this point are not ruling out the possibility of this particular individual from Midrand, being linked to, the drug syndicate in the province, because as I've rightfully said to you, that there has been other drug busts that we have seen in various parts of the province. Some it's hundreds of millions of rands. So this 20 million, it's a lot of money. And a lot of cocaine that would have obviously, caused a lot of damage on the streets wherever it was meant to go, as we understand that it was supposed to go to the Western Cape. But they are continuing, of course, with investigations, and they are not ruling out the possibility of more arrests, as we understand that in these kind of situations, it's usually a syndicate and more than one person is involved. So we do understand that the man accused is expected to appear at the Midrand Magistrates Court later on this week.